Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get on the channel Alfie Warren. He's a boxing promoter and yes, we're here to talk about his upcoming show on the 26th of April. Back to business, and he's got a 12 fight card. Good to get you on.
I'm all good, Sam. How are you, mate?
I'm
Everything
good,
all good?
mate.
Yeah,
Good to
good
get you
stuff.
on.
Been watching your interviews lately, mate. Getting better and better all the time. So well done.
Oh, thanks, mate. I appreciate that.
Well
So
done.
we'll talk about so Nelson Birchall.
Yeah, Nelson Birchall. Just a fight been added onto the card, managed by Lee, and so I've not seen much of him. I've heard very, very good things about him. Looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table on the 26th. He's one of many prospects that are going to be featuring on this card as well. And it's a fantastic chance for him, a fantastic stage for him to showcase his abilities. So I've heard good things. So hopefully we'll get to see what all the fuss is about.
I think it's his third fight.
Mm. Yeah, it's his third fight. Like I say, Sam, I've not seen too much of him. I've heard very good things. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's all about. And it's fantastic to get him on the card. A lot of people speak highly of him, and yeah, be good. It's been very good working with him.
You've also got 6 rounds. Not Paul Roberts, Paul Ryan, v Bartosz Glowacki.
Yeah, Paul Ryan. He's had a bit of hard luck with fights falling through. He's looked after by Stevie Vaughan up in Liverpool, and yeah, he's had a bit of a mill of it. So fingers crossed, everything's all good. In a couple of weeks' time, it's looking fine, and I'm looking forward to Paul as well. He's going to be is another fantastic addition to the card, and yeah, looking forward to seeing that. I've been working with Stevie Vaughan very closely. Speaks very highly of him. I've seen him a few times, and he knows his way around the ring. So yeah, fantastic addition.
And Bartosz Glowacki, I believe I've seen him box on TNT Sport a few times.
Yeah, but Bartosz very tough fighter. A lot of promoters all around the country use him, and that's just a testament to how tough and Harry tests these prospects. And Paul, not quite a prospect now. He's he'll be looking to go on to bigger and better things. Paul after this, but after the hard luck he's had with fights putting out and the inactivity, it's a perfect opponent for him, and I'm sure he'll give him the rounds. I'm sure he'll give him a tough test. If Paul can get him out in good fashion, then it shows the capability of Paul.
And you've also got 4 rounds. Alberto Kumi v Naeem Ali.
Yeah, another. I think it's a late addition to the card that Fred and Fred and Dave Nelson, who's obviously doing the show with us. Dave spearheading the promotion with us, and they've added him to the card. Don't know like I say, don't know too much about him, but looking forward to seeing him in the ring.
And he's boxing Naeem, who's had over 100 fights.
Name's Mr. Reliable. He knows his way around the ring. Knows how to get the get the best out of the young prospects, and I'm sure it will be no different this time.
He was in a good fight yesterday. It was on a BCB show, and he took a round off the guy. It was 39-37. It was quite a good fight.
Really, yeah, I know. I have to catch up with that. Yeah, Naheem's, he seems like he's been around forever, but you're always going to have a tough night with him. If on his day, if he fancies it, he'll push you to the limit. And yeah, fantastic. We love seeing the Nadeem on the cards and all that. Great servant to the sport, and yeah, brilliant to have him on as well.
The next fighter we're going to talk about, I probably will say his name wrong, and I apologise. Abakar Abari v Victor Edgar, 4 rounds. It's his debut.
Yes, about we're very looking forward to him. It's his debut. One of our fighters, Casey Academy, looks after him with us. Trained by Richard Sawyer as well. So, it's fantastic. We only thought it was fitting with Casey top of the bill that he'd make his debut on that, and I'm looking really forward to it. He's looking fantastic in the gym, very very handy, very very powerful, and I'm really really glad that he gets to start his boxing journey on such a huge card of what we got to do. And listen, like I say, it's a massive platform that
Is he
we've got
your
now.
fighter?
He's managed by us. He's trained by Richard Sawyer. Casey Academy manages him with us as well, looks after him. So they're all in the same camp. It was just fitting that he would fight on Casey's undercard for his debut. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what we've seen in the gym transpire into the ring. So, if he can do what he does in the gym in the ring, he'll go far, and I'm really, really looking forward to it and all that. I think he's got the potential to, mix it up with some of the good domestic guys in the division.
Is he fighting at middleweight?
He'll be sort of fighting the super middleweight.
And he's got Victor Edgar, who is a very slippy operator.
Well, it's good. Listen, it's good to have that for your first fight. And, Victor's tough to get at. But, learn on this is where he is. Learn early on against these fighters. These are the fighters you learn against. I remember Alfie Gaskin fighting him at York Hall, Victor. And, Victor's not everyone's first choice to fight, but, you get the rounds of him, you get the experience with him, and if you get him out of there, what a bonus! And that's what he should be looking to do. But we know that Abu's more, he's more than just a powerhouse. He's a boxer. So, show your boxing ability. Don't get complacent. But if he lands on Victor, he'll be in trouble. And I'm really, really, like I say, I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to Victor. Victor's going to ask him a lot of questions. He's got to answer them.
4 rounds. Olivia Hussey or Hussey, I don't know how to pronounce it. Bojana Livweska.
Yeah, Livia, she trained by Paul Smith and the Smith brothers. So I've heard a lot of good things about her as well. Great support she's got. She's sold a shed load of tickets, probably one of the highest ticket sellers on the card at the moment. But a very very well liked young lady from Liverpool. And I've heard good things that she's a little whippet, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. And it's only going to be good for our broadcast to have that sort of caliber, especially of a female fighter on the card. So, very pleased that Olivia's on the card. Very easy to work with, and nice team and nice girls. So, I'm glad that she's got this platform to show her skills on.
And Bojana's been round for quite a while, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has. She has. Listen, is that the same with all these prospects? This is what all these opponents. They're there, to guide you through the early part of your career. They're there to ask you questions. Listen, you make a mistake against these guys that make you pay, and all that. So it's good little fight, and it's a decent little fight for Olivia to show, what skills she's got, and look forward to it.
Another you've got how do you say his name? Tershi Bay Kulameti.
I think that's right. Yeah, I have trouble myself. Yeah, another league fighter added onto the bill. Look forward to seeing what he brings to the show, and I hope that he has a good performance like the other guys.
4 round. You've got Ethan Brown v Brian Morena.
Oh, 2 seconds, Sam. 1 minute. Hello? Is that better?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, much better. Sorry, the volume just went down. And who was that?
Brown.
Ethan Brand. Yeah. That's another good prospect on the card. Absolutely, and a decent little fight.
Coming off
You
a
know,
stoppage win.
I'm hoping so. Listen, I'm hoping for most of the fights to be a stoppage win. You know, that's what people want to see. They want to see
No,
box.
I said he's coming off like his last fight was
Oh,
stoppage.
sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. No. It's me. It's the volume, Sam. It ain't you. It's me. I misheard. Yeah, he's come off. Well, listen, he's got to bounce back, hasn't he? So, it's this is the stage where you want to bounce back on. You know, he wants to redeem himself, and it's good. You know, like he could be bouncing back on small shows that are not seen by many people, but you know, he's going to redeem himself, come on this platform, and show what he's about. So he continues his comeback journey on the Box Nation platform, and it's brilliant.
No, I meant he was coming off a stoppage win.
I thought you meant the other fella. Sam, we met. You meant the other fella. Listen, I'm not being funny. Yeah, well, listen, he's coming off the stoppage win as well, Ethan Brand. So, he's just got to plough forward. Listen, like what I said with the stoppage losses, the stoppage wins. So he's got to carry on the Vox Nation platform. He's got to, carry on his momentum as well. And then the big fights are out for him. I mean, what's his record there, Sam?
Oh, now you put me on the spot. I think maybe 5-0, 6-0, something like that.
So you're heading towards central area title level as well. So with Ethan, good fighter. Like I'd say, most of these prospects not seen much of, but I'm glad that we got the platform now to get these fighters on, so we can see what they're about, and they carry on their momentum. Then we can get them back on the platform, and deliver them title fights as well. It's just fantastic. It's just brilliant what's happening with the platform to give these guys a chance, and give them the opportunities. If they shine, for us to deliver the opportunities to get them title fights and all that. And Ethan coming off the momentum, brilliant.
Yeah. Another one. I don't believe he's not matched yet. James Hennigan, 10-0. Yeah, he's boxing in a 6-rounder. What happened with his fight with that Dan Catlin that was meant to be happening in November?
Dan Catlin, James had a very bad handbrake. Leader, I think we was 2-3 weeks out, and he's supposed to be like the Magnificent Seven card. James been very, very frustrating. Bit stop and start with him, but we had a massive opportunity on a massive card, and it was just sod's law. He broke his hand in training. Dan Catlin also got injured. We want to reschedule that fight so sooner rather than later.
The area.
For the central area, yes, we want to reschedule that. And what we want to do with James is, it was a very, very bad handbrake, so we're going to have him a little run out on this card in a 6-rounder. I think he is matched up now. I don't know who he's matched up with, but we're going to have a little run out with him on a 6-rounder, and then straight into it. His next fight would be in a title fight as well. James is Queensbury fighter. You've got all the other guys, Nathan Heaney, Denzel Bentley, all these guys. He wants to mix it with them. So, get through this title fight, and he's about probably 2-3 fights away from mixing it with those guys as well. I just want to get him active now. I want to get him a little bit of momentum, make sure, that when he does go in with these guys, he's fully prepared.
Do you feel like this is his breakout year sort of thing?
Yeah, definitely. 100%. He's coming off. He was devastated November. It was, it was a massive, massive card, to be on. It was a big title fight. Sold a hell of a lot of tickets. Dan Catlin actually got injured fight week on that one, so he probably wouldn't have been fighting Dan Catlin for the area, but it was still a big show that you missed out on. And, they're professional fighters. So you're missing out. You get injured, you don't fight, you don't get paid. And leading up to Christmas is so hard. It's so hard for professional fighters. But You know, that's it comes with the territory, you know, when you're training and these things happen. But definitely a breakout year for him, and he'll 100%, I think, be fighting for a British title towards the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. You've also got Moroki v Nathan Jr. 4-rounder.
Don't know much about that fight. That's obviously a fight that Dave and Fred have put together. I'd have a look at that bill and all that. I don't know if that was added a little while ago, so don't know too much about that one, Sam. But looking forward to seeing it. If Dave and Fred have put that together, I'm no doubt that it'll be a good one.
100%. You've also got Bomber Brown on the card.
Bomber Brand was added to the card a few days ago. Brilliant, another Queensbury fighter as well. So you know, it's brilliant, this platform. You know, we're getting the prospects all from the big promoters to come down and fight on these cards, and it's good for them to keep busy. You know, so
Picking
you're not
over.
ticking over. You're not waiting in the wings, and sometimes you know when you go on these big shows, you run the risk of not even being televised. At least they're getting seen now to an audience. You know, so it makes their profile a little bit more bigger than when they go back when they go back onto the big shows. You know, people be talking about them, and that's what it's all about. This Box Nation now, you know, it's a feeder for the prospects. It's a feeder for, you know, guys at a certain level, central area, British level and all that. We're not saying that, you know, we're going to be putting on Vegas shows and world class shows and all that, but it's just brilliant that we're giving, you know, that we're building these guys' profile up when they get there, because you know, more eyes you're seeing, the more value that adds to you.
Yeah, 100%. You've also got Hannah Rankin. She's boxing for the WBA Super Welterweight Continental title against Grace McElwemler. So,
There's been I don't know if it's going to be announced in a couple of days, but there's been a change of an opponent
what for
on that.
Hannah?
For Hannah, yes, it's still going to be for the WBA Continental, just a change of opponent. Just waiting for confirmation on that. But you know what an addition to have on the card. Hannah Rankin, former world champion, massive profile, massive numbers for the show. It's brilliant, and it's great. It's the standing opponent, which I can't say whose name it is probably even better than the one this previous one that's not done. So it's an even better fight. In my opinion, it is. I mean, everyone can judge for themselves once it's announced, but it's an even better fight. The girl who is actually coming in to replace this girl was training for another fight now. So you know she's match fit, and that will be a cracker. It really, really will. If Hannah wants, you know, Hannah's aspiration to become world champion again. So you know she's got to go through this girl.
Look, do you feel like the winner gets the world title shot?
Yeah, well, that's the thing with female boxing. You know, you know you can have a loss, and 2 or 3 fights time, you're back for a world title. But I think that's even with you know, even in men's boxing, really. If you reach the pinnacle of a world title, you know, and you take a loss, you're only 2 fights away from fighting a world champion again. And Anna Rankin's one of the most highly profile female fighters, especially in this country as well. So it's always gonna it's gonna it's just natural. It's just what happens. I know people moaning, oh, why they get the opportunities all the time? Well, because they're at world level. That's it. And they come back down. And that's what Hannah's done all the time. Every time she's lost at world level, she's come down, rebuilt, and
Gone again.
been back again. So they've done a fantastic job, her and her management. So brilliant. I think that after this fight, she should definitely be fighting for a world title. No reason why she shouldn't be.
And on to the main event. For the Commonwealth Super Flyweight title, you've got Casey Kadimi fighting Ryan Farag.
Fantastic fight. It's a fight that was talked about last year.
What's happening with sorry to interrupt. What's happening with that British? Because Marcel fought for the IBO super flyweight world title and he got beat. Yeah, so do you know what's happening with like the British?
Well, we're having discussions, but Marcel, as it stands, Marcel's the holder of the British title. Anyway, so this is a fantastic fight though with Casey and Ryan Farag because the Commonwealth goes hand in hand with the British. So whoever
Mm.
wins it sets up a super fight. You know, with Marcel. I didn't watch Marcel's fight, by the way. I know I heard he got beat handily, but you know, he's still the holder of the British, and it's still a massive fight. Casey Kademi and Ryan Farage, brilliant fight. It is a fantastic fight. It's a great fight for Casey to come back with after his, performance in his IBO World Title fight. Brave performance at the wrong weight, but like I've reiterated before, it was an opportunity that you can't turn a world title opportunity down. But he should be fighting at flyweight. He should be fighting a super flyweight, and we know that now. But for him to stick in that 12 rounds and even take 4 rounds off a season world class flyweight and all that, because you see the world title, you see with Casey after 4 or 5 rounds, he just went flat. Casey, no snapping his punches, and that is just from the weight loss for the
Do you
flyweight.
feel like he didn't recover from the first knockdown? Because up until that knockdown, I thought he was doing quite well in that round, and I thought maybe he was winning that round until that point.
Yeah, that could have played a part. It could have played a part because listen, knockdowns and when you get knocked down, it does take things out of you, and you think to yourself, he's already at a disadvantage from not being at his natural weight. So, but ultimately, I think even if the knockdown didn't happen, once he got to 5 rounds, it would have been the same. I just the weight was not for him. The weight was not for him. And I've seen it so many times in other fights as well, where fighters, you know, go down in weight, and it takes a lot out of you. And listen, he tried, he hung in there, and he made that a competitive fight against a
Did.
world class flyweight, and he did. He done himself proud. He it didn't diminish his brand at all, not at all. Everyone knew what it was, and congratulations to Jackson Chalk. He done very, very well. And but now we've got to listen. We've done it time and time again with Casey. Now we've got to rebuild him. For us to deliver him a Commonwealth title fight straight after that fight is a testament to what we're doing, and it's a major belt that he wants. He's won international titles and trinket belts and all that, but the Commonwealth is a prestigious belt. He wins that, fantastic, brilliant, and he's just another step closer to getting to where he wants to be. He wants to be world champion and all that. Commonwealth, European, world, and that's what we're going to do.
Do you think Casey being really active, as he's been quite active over these last few months, that it could play a factor in the fight? Of course, Farag, on the other hand, fought with Marcel, and that was quite a close fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Listen, Farag is it's not a foregone conclusion for Casey. It's a hard fight, but that's what Casey wants. He's had I mean, how many? Seven, eight back-to-back title
Yeah,
fights now.
yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. He's never ever. That's the thing with Casey, and I've seen it so many times. People take a loss, and they'll go and regroup and do a 6 round or 8 round. I know he wants to go straight back in there. That's just a testament. And listen, that's all experience. It's all experience. The whole lot of it. And he's still young enough, especially at the weight he's at. Super fly. He's still young enough to go and do that. He's getting
Mm.
valuable experiences from these fights. And the thing about it is, well, there's no miles on the clock with him. He's not taking hidings. He's not getting beat up or anything like that. So, there's not that much wear and tear on Casey. And I think this is fantastic. It's going to be a brilliant, brilliant fight. It's a win against Farag is fantastic for him.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, talk about, before I let you go, talk about like your partnership with Box Nation.
Yeah, it come about. It's a long time coming. My uncle owned the original Box Nation and created it, the TV channel, and it's brilliant. It's back in a YouTube streaming facility. It's brilliant. Um, the brand is very important to us. You know, it's a lot of history in it. It's where I started professional boxing in Box Nation, and it's I just love I just love the brand. I always will do. I had fantastic times, brilliant times when the old Box Nation days, working, you know, behind the scenes and all that on fight night. And then they were just some of the best times of my life, and it was fantastic. All the people we worked with, and I hope that we can replicate that on here. And with with us working with Box Nation.
Can we expect more shows as well this year on Box Nation?
Yeah, definitely. That's what we want to do. We've been working with various promoters and everything, putting shows on and getting getting these prospects up. We've done a fantastic job, by the way. I mean, you look at the likes of Jack McMahon and Casey Academic. We built them up on the small shows where there hasn't been that much exposure on them. It's all been word of mouth, and the way we've promoted it on social media.
What's next for Jack?
Jack, no, Jack will be back. Jack's going to be back fairly soon. He's going to be back in on a show. I just want to get him a little comeback fight, and he'll be back in the mix. I want him, to be one of the spearheads on Box Nation as well. I'd love to see deliver him a title on that platform. But the whole concept of Box Nation, what we're doing is definitely, I don't want the fighters that I manage fighting on small halls. I don't want that.
Yeah, so you give them exposure, sort of thing.
So that's what we do. We put them on the small hall scene, but the difference between small scenes we've been doing and this one is that we've got a platform where the wider public can see it, and that's what we want to do. I want these guys that are fighting on Box Nation to be fighting on TNT, to be fighting on Sky Sports, all those things and all that.
Yeah.
So while while they're on this platform, the promoters are taking notice, the public are taking notice, and the promoters are taking notice of the public from watching that. So it's a great concept. We'll be working with, again, various promoters, various managers, getting their guys on. But ultimately, WBM is going to be the brand that's going to spearhead the shows on Box Nation. And I'm looking forward to be working with some good fighters in the future and good, good people that are going to deliver the fights on that channel. And also, I'm looking forward to putting these fighters through, building them up, getting them the big deals, because that's what it's all about.
100%, mate. And yeah, thank you for your time and good luck with the show on April 26th, mate.
No problem. You coming up there for that, Sam, or are you not available for that?
Not available for that one, but I'll be watching on Box Nation.
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you for your support as always, mate. And we'll speak after the show, hopefully with Casey Academy as the new Commonwealth champion.
100%, mate. Bye.
Sam, thank you very much, my friend. Cheers, mate.
Bye.